Hey, beloved, it's February 2023, and this is your Akashic update. I'm very curious to see what comes through because the first little inklings, even as I sit here today, is all around community. Huh? What? And not just community, but that soul family whom you've been communing possibly on the other realms, and certainly, hopefully, meeting some of in real life. And even if that real life doesn't mean flesh to flesh, person to person, the communities are coming together because we need us. We need the communities. We need the support that we receive when we're together. When we're having these wild ideas and possibilities, we just need that person that we can anchor it with and be like, oh, okay, not totally fucking crazy, because it feels like everything's about to amp the heck up. If you experienced that with us from that Aquarius new moon in January 21st, everything changed really rapidly into February. Yeah, cool. Expect more of that. And don't worry about, they say, oh, that's sweet, thanks. We haven't even opened, you guys. They say don't worry so much about alignment, worry more about honesty. Because if you can be honest with wherever you're at, then you have the ability to navigate. That is your authenticity coming through in some ways, but worrying too much about where you are and if you're in the right place, don't worry about it. If you're in the wrong place, change it. Fair? Yeah. So let's just open up a little bit of sacred space, shall we? As we welcome you here to the now, to this luminous Akashic now, into the space of you that is beyond time and space. Yes, they would like to acknowledge lots of timelines have been shifting and dissolving. That will continue to happen, which is why you just choosing to be right here, finding the happiness in right here, and changing it. If it's not where you want to be, it's going to be the way to go. If you know how to open out your own Akashic records, please do that now. I'm going to open the Akashic records for February 2023. We ask Great Mother in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround February 2023 in love and truth. For it is in that love and truth that we are. We ask February 2023's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. We ask the keepers of the Akashic records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. What I want to say with that first opening was like, they're saying here in February, there's this massive space that has been created. I don't know if she saw how I would exactly agree with that terminology, but like, it's big and it feels like a launch pad. All possibilities, all things, everything's available to you. Nothing's off the table. What do you want to create? Where do you want to be? Handing the how to Thoth. We ask Great Spirit in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround February 2023 in love and truth. For it is in that love and truth that we are. We ask February 2023's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. Forgiveness is coming up as a very big theme for right now. Forgiveness for not knowing better, forgiveness for whatever you didn't know in the past, forgiveness for the places that you are still punishing yourself, please. And somehow in this two energy, very easy to access that forgiveness. It's a different act than self-love. Self-love is really just kind of the acceptance and the tending and the care of you. This act of forgiveness feels bigger, feels more significant, and feels, because we're still in this Christed consciousness window that's going to be going on until March 21st. They want you to really allow yourself when things get hard. Yeah, maybe listen to that podcast with Marilyn. Did you hear that one? Limitlessness, episode 60. Oh my God. And fuck y'all. podcast. Just excited for who's been on, who's coming on, and grateful that that energy has found me. That energy has found me. This isn't me trying harder. Ha, ha, ha. Because I'm not so good at that. FYI. Fucking cancer, 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 cancer. I'm not trying harder. The energy is here. I'm riding the wave when the wave is not here. I chill out. I do things from joy or not at all is part of my mantra. It works. Oh my God, y'all, it works. We ask the keepers of the Akashic records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. Ooh, yeah, they said come into lungs on this one. Come into deep breath on this one. As we ask Great Father in all forms and manifestations to guide, protect, and surround February 2023 in love and truth. For it is in that love and truth that we are. We ask February 2023's masters, teachers, ancestors, and angels, loved ones, and guides to be present and to guide us in love and truth. We ask the keepers of the Akashic records to allow us to enter and remove any information available to guide us in love and truth. I can do that. We did a Chronic Gals podcast last week. I don't see that it's gone on Spotify. I've reached out to them of like, hey, what the fuck? Why is it not there? One of the things that came up they'd like me to address today, which is I said, thanks. You know there's no filter over here, right? Comes out. I said that anyone working in a corporate job would be in trouble. Because entrepreneurship, you expressing what you are here to do, is going to be the only way. That's not exactly true. Let's just qualify that a little bit. If you are in a corporate job who is pivoting toward the new, cool, ride that wave, everything. Innovative companies, leaders that are really focused on a new future. I think the corporations have the opportunity and the ability to pivot. Cool. If you're working in any job that feels soulless, that feels, not just soulless, but you know those jobs that were like, you're like, I don't even know why the fuck I do this. Like the paper pushing jobs, those jobs that are just not moving anything forward in this world. That's where we're going to have some stickier issues. Thank you. So what they would like to offer in this is instead of me being an asshole about it, sorry, Seven of Swords, find the places. Seems like a duh. Find the places within yourself that you have something to offer. Intend to pivot into offering your gifts to the world and let that be some of the flow that informs your next steps. What's the unique thing that you do? What's the thing that you love to do? I know. We're going to be doing Joy is Your Destiny in March because we're excited about this white girl has trouble with those words at times. La Rosa Radiante, a retreat in Mexico. That's getting all of the attention and focus right now because, yes. And I'm a fucking multidimensional being. So we're going to be doing Joy is Your Destiny in March. We're going to be doing that up until that equinox because, don't you want to ride that wave and be very well prepared? And what they're saying is like, it's the pivot into purpose. Joy is Your Destiny, pivot into purpose. Yeah. Short 1 month mystery school. I'll be getting you more information on that. But La Rosa Radiante is what's getting everything right now. If you don't know what it is that brings you joy, if you don't know what it is that your purpose is, it's okay. And I really want you to simplify and come back to what makes you the most happy. What is the thing that you do that feels like no energy at all? And a really good question, I think it might have actually been Marilyn who brought this up the other day. If you were the only person in the world, what would you do? Good place to start, right? And you've heard those other ones too. So just allow yourself, especially up until that March 21st, to play in this space of possibility, of desire, of wants, of joy, of passion, because that's going to tell you what your purpose is. At 6, I was reading How to Be Psychic. It was the only thing I ever wanted to do. So I just, Well, I was just tenacious, wasn't I? Single-minded in that focus. As Tracy, Starseed Astrologer, said one time, I came in and I could not get off track. I really couldn't get off track. And we have a world that hasn't taught us how to be these things. So thank you. Nobody's going to show you. You're going to be able to find it when you can really tune into that thing that does bring you joy. Hey, February. You want to fucking look at February now? Sit la. Oh, cool. Na ini isano lo na la ini ikia o. There's a huge round of applause that's coming from Galactics already. Whatever turn we have just made is significant. It's a massive turn. I know, I think they said something like this last time, but it's like the final stretch is what we're in. Gliding in, gliding down is kind of the vision that they're showing me. And they also say be gentle with what you think you know, because we only know it from like Earth side perspective. So whenever you're asking us, like, what's the name of Sirius whenever you're out there, that's different. They may not call it Sirius. They may not call it the Pleiades. That's our perspective from here. So don't get hung up on knowledge, they say. Show up more in that place of curiosity, honesty, asking questions when you don't know. I know, you guys are so good. The Cosmic Heart. This is really one of the most beautiful cards I've ever seen out of this deck, because it's also just right where we are right now. Devotion, potency, making your life a moving prayer. Cool. Yeah. I think, no, I don't. I know that more and more of what I'm going to be moving into is these places of teaching joy and love. I had a girlfriend, she's like, are you just going to be teaching the same thing all the time? No, it'll be completely different, because we're going to be learning new frequencies of joy and love. I'm here for the new love. I'm here to for the revolution and the evolution of whatever that is. I also love in this card, you can take a look at it again. You want to? You want to, huh? There's roses in it as well. The Cosmic Heart. So that might inform what we want to do today a little bit, is that heart activation. We've done a lot of them, haven't we? Feels like it. And I roll my eyes because I'm a jerk, but also I feel like we've done a lot of those, and it's the month of February, and I'm like, really? This is what you want to give us in this month? And yes, it is. And can we receive that new love, that new joy, that expansion? I know. And they're using a disco ball. Don't I love me some disco balls? They're using a disco ball as the imagery of this, of like, you've only kind of known a few frequencies of joy. Remember that the Hathors have 42 expressions of joy. Can we turn some of those 42 expressions on? I've never been able to find it, FYI, in the mysteries that Nadia transmitted. That's very sweet. Hathor says that she's got them for us, though. Doesn't she? Doesn't she? I think we'll get into that today, but let's just see if there's anything else that they want to offer. We know that we're going to be coming into forgiveness. That's always going to be a daily practice. New frequencies of joy that are coming online. Anything that we need to look out for. Eight of Wands. Now, I love the Eight of Wands, and I've maybe told you, the tarot reader that I learned how to read tarot from. She called the Eight of Wands a whole bunch of dicks flying at you. I'm still tickled by that imagery. I have never actually experienced the Eight of Wands in that regard. New realities, anything could happen. But the Eight of Wands, things are happening very swiftly. Yeah, we've got that. We know this. Yeah, that Nine of Cups, like, your success cannot be denied. Your joy cannot be denied. You, girl, cannot be denied. Sorry, punk rock reference. This is the last time you'll be denied. Girl. I went there. But I know you fellas are listening too, because, hey. None of this is the division of masculine and feminine. None of it. As the masculine, thank you, feminine, we just got a head start. Remember in kindergarten we did too? We just got a head start. And so now that we're in the places of awakening, the masculine are waking up. Hot damn, things are going to get exciting. Because that partnership, that being able to reflect to each other, that being able to co-create with each other, oh, hey, it's really fucking getting hot in here. Party's just getting started. And with that said, you will see things in the world that may be atrocious and that may be really hard. Not any worse than they are now. Let's qualify that too. And I can see it in my day-to-day, and I'm startled by it. And yet, like, that's not the frequency that I'm on. So if you've heard of the bifurcation, the trifurcation, that's one idea of it, this split of consciousness. Yeah. There are going to be people who suffer harder than you do. Your invitation is to be the radiant force of light that you are, so you illuminate for them a way out. Because as long as they are in that level of the matrix that's dying, everything will get harder and suffering will increase. This doesn't mean we are insensitive to it. It just means that there's a choice point that we have already made and don't need to keep making. We've already made it. Good job. And your concern for people who are still in that plane of things, it's love, but you can't help them. They've got to make the choice themselves as well. And that's not just New Age free will thought. It's sovereignty, and it's choosing, and it's choosing. Oh, here it is. It's choosing that voice inside of them. That little voice, one that you listen to. You had to choose at one point to listen to it as well. So too do they. Because that's the thing that's going to guide them out of it. You'll just be a little bit of a wave shower, right? Front wave, baby. Front wave. Knight of Cups. You cannot be denied. Your joy cannot be denied. The places that you get to experience that joy will be expanding. We also recognize that the being that you are in truth came down from a monotone place of bliss. Bliss all the time is boring. Promise. Promise. We experience the ups and downs of things here. So even when you're in the down, you'll be able to find joy because you'll be able to just kind of, it's not seeing through the matrix. It's remembering that choice point. And oh my God, how fucking exhilarating is it whenever you're having those hysterical cries? That's a lot of feels. Woo. All the synapses, everything firing at once. That's awfully exciting. Exhausting. But I think what they really are trying to drive home here is thank you. The textures and the colors of joy change. Thank you. As we do it as human beings, as our love moves into galactic frequencies and expands, the eternal bliss is less boring because we've given it more shades and more tones and more colors. And so it's almost like there's been an entire crayon box of reality. It's only, that crayon is only interesting once we use it to draw. Fair? Once you're using it, it's interesting. Sitting alone in the box, not that fucking fascinating. You bring it to life. So every experience, just move into a fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Even in the pain, fuck yeah. Even when you think you're unlovable, fuck yeah. You remember how very lovable you are because you can't be denied, girl. I'll drop that in here for you. I've been doing a little bit of music. I mean, have you noticed I've said something about music every time? Hate rock and roll shaman. That doesn't go away. Still love me some music. I'll drop in some lagwagon punk rock for you. Circa 1996, 5. I'll drop that in for you. No problem. Nine of Cups. Joy cannot be denied. Your joy, your willingness to experience all feelings and find the joy in it is going to change the texture of the cosmos. Fuck y'all. You want to prove that to me? Shit. I know. They did. You ready for it? The Temperance card. Temperance card in the other deck is called what? Hey, Thoth Tarot? Creation? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because look at what you're bringing to the universe. David Wilcock is one who's been talking about that for a very long time as well. Like, nothing in all of the cosmos and all of the galaxies and all of the universes like you exists. It's why it's so fascinating. It's why we've got so much help. It's why we've got so much attention. And it's why the agenda is so big at times to suppress us. Not happening. David Wilcock, if you have gone there, he can be a temperamental character. Take it as you will. Let it go if it doesn't work. Because we're all fallible. You know that, right? All fallible. All make mistakes. Because we're all in this human journey. And any being who you encounter who says they aren't, that say they're a fifth dimensional being, you can tell them where to go. Go back to the fifth dimension. Why would you be here? That's not judgment. That's just fucking discernment. No one here. Yeah. Let's not even. So instead of me being discerning or judgy, discerny, is that a new word? Discerning or judgy. Let's spend some time in that cosmic heart today in our activation for February. Let me just hear what instrument they want. Heard. I know. They're actually giving me a choice. Wow, that doesn't happen much. They said fire or water. We're going to go with fire. Likely a Hekau will come through. If this is your first time with us, hey, Hekau's Egyptian magic words. Don't share it. I want you to just imagine yourself first, maybe in that lower part of your belly. For those who know, it's the Ganusa. For those who don't know Ganusa, well, hey, we'll be working on it a bunch. Enjoy as your destiny. We're going to be working with a little bit of a different breath today. And I want you to inhale down into that, it's not exactly root, it's right above. It would be the bottom of that basin of your pelvic floor, pelvic bowl. Oh, hi, honey. Chalk just came in for anybody who might have been in Activate with us. And as you breathe in, whenever it begins to stir, whenever it begins to get excited, that's when you exhale. Breathe in and hold until you feel the tingles, and then exhale. And we're stirring up these natural energies that are always inside of you now. And you should notice that that gets stirred up a little bit faster. You can find it easier. And even if it's subtle, love, that's it. Take another nice inhale, and on the exhale, bring that energy up to heart. Okay, this I do the same breath here with heart. So inhaling until that heart just kind of begins to vibrate higher, differently, faster, and then exhale. Okay. Exhaling through that heart torus field, toroidal field of that heart. So on the inhale, into heart. On the exhale, out to heart in all directions. Inhaling to heart. When it peaks, exhaling in all directions. Ong Sa. Ong Sa. Ong Sa. Ong Sa. As we settle into that space of heart, we're going to call forward Hathor. Hathor. Salaina ushna la ushna keke no sunu ushna ina usana ikia na ikia kusan hala urna kusha ina ikia na ikia hala urna ku. And there should either be a communication that opens up for you to reach out to her from wherever she is outside of you. You may also call her to you. Kushna la usana li na na no usaya halaina akis no ushna usna Sno shnai lai nai sno kushnai la usna lo snai nai naya akia kiki. And I want you to ask her to show you some of these 42 versions of joy. So lushnai la un kusnai lai na ia kiki na isaki shno sno usa ya. Li na orno kuso no sani lai na isno shai snai snakia. Leki sha nai no so shni akinai. Sanaina usano lukushna yana yani. And don't allow yourself to be in a head where you're trying to understand. Allow her to give you an activation, frequency, or transmission of it. Feel it in your body. Consciousness, awareness is at heart. So no sanai li na okusano lo shnai na urn ko sanai na ni sanai ki ana ni ai sa okushni na na okusni la ni ikira ni ya rusai shno usni ki urn ko sai la ni ya urn ko sa na na ya na ya ina siki ana ni so ku na ya li shnai ya ki a sana ku shno so shnai I how no sanai na ya. She says one of those joys is moving the tongue like this. Ooh sanai no so no sanai na that's sinaro language. Na no sana ushni I sanai ki ana no so kushna ya li kishno. Thank you. She's also offering, if joy is harder for you, allow her to give you a healing today. Bring to her your biggest pain. Let her transmute it. Sanai la unku. Se shnai ku sanai na yakia. Se shaku sanai yakia. Finding that place within your heart where forgiveness is almost like a garden hose, constantly running, constantly available. You can just grab it when you need it. Forgiveness. Forgiveness of self always. Because you may want to feel more joy and don't know how. You've been very primed to feel pain and to respond to pain. We're up-leveling you to learn through pleasure instead. Hathor asked me to remind you that her priestesses, of course they were the sex priestesses. They were also the priestesses of music and dance and poetry and Art is the expression of beauty. There's no limit to how beauty can be expressed. So if you find yourself moving, if you find yourself touching, if you find yourself crying, it's beautiful. As are you. I see that. How your heart is acting as a cosmic transmitter. So as you are healing, you are transmuting. Those frequencies of joy are going out of you, and they are changing frequencies planetarily, exoplanetarily, cosmically, galactically. Thank you. Beauty is what you're here to experience. And all expressions of that beauty she calls art, so that anything that you're doing is art, is creative. And let's give some love to that physical heart as well. You might be working with this heart center here at center of your body. Would you just go over here to physical heart for a moment, please? And may what blesses us bless the all. May what blesses the all bless us. What we would like is that we do a healing of your physical heart cellularly, because we know a lot of our friends and family might be having different heart issues. So you want to go in there deeper? Okay. See if you can find all 4 quadrants of that heart. If you don't know how, we'll also ask Hathor. Hathor, who would be the healer. Medicine, healing, that is a form of art. Maybe not as medicine is practiced in the West, but those shamanic arts, those healing arts. She says love is the greatest medicine. Thank this heart. For all it's endured, for all it's witnessed, for never having given up on you. Your heart actually says it's been in the longest living relationship with you. There, even before you were much of a speck in your mama's womb, heart was there with you. Reestablish this connection with your heart today. Recommit to being the vibration of love that you are. If you have any concerns about your heart, just go ahead and Samna-em those now. We're going to hand those over to the netters. Samna-em. Oh, an ushka would be really good as well. Oh, I like an ushka better there. Okay, hold on. Ushka. 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 Any blockages, any challenges, any concerns, any worries that you carry in this heart, physically, etherically, energetically, ushka. 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 Oosh. Ga. Let's come into Ga here at the center now. Ga. 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 Letting Ga fill you. Ga. 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 Emptiness. And from that emptiness, we coalesce around it. Say laina kushno kushna laina I as the expression of joy that you are. So ushna la u kuno laina I ya ya kushna le sha u sake saki na u konaina I na yisni. This expression of you as you are the only thing like you that exists in all of the fucking universes and all of the multi-dimensions. Even if you looked at all of your multi-dimensional selves, none of them are you. If you could comprehend how precious you are, you would not have a day of worry in your life. You who chose to come from the Ga and be. Se shai lai na ukushna la kushna I na o na lai na ne in kono na ne iseaki ya uku. And when you're ready, my vibrant, beautiful fucking friend, open up your eyes. Welcome yourself back into the joy of being. And if you need to take a moment to make some notes, do. I'd be very surprised if Hathor didn't have directives for you. It seemed she was very happy to return to you, to be in relationship with you, to be in communion with you. Mm-hmm. Do you hear Hoot? Whose birthday is tomorrow? She's going to be 3. Is that right? 3? Mm-hmm. Come on in, lady. I never really know how to close these things. Because after you have those experiences of joy, what's left? You're what's left. We'll pull one more card for February for you, for the blessings as they continue to come through. I know, hello. You didn't think we would get too far without seeing our homeboy, right? Thoth? The card of judgment, sometimes a card of ascension. To me, the judgment card also feels like things are being balanced, right? Let me see if there's anything that Thoth specifically wants to say. He says he's already paved the pathways. Thank you. The seeds for the new pathways live in you. So as we do come together, both individually and as communities, firmament is the word that he's using. The firmament, things become firmer. Things take form differently from the formless into form because of your congruence and your agreement with others like you. And I think Thoth is also tossing in here, nothing to be concerned about. There's nothing to be concerned about. Thank you, Two of Cups. Hey, nothing to be concerned about because you are in this space of the whole world is yours to create. And if you choose to be in places of panic and fear and worry, it's a choice and it's okay. And that doesn't mean that hard shit doesn't come up, but it means that you have new ways of addressing it. That Two of Cups, he wants to make sure that we also recognize new love. Mm-hmm. We're done with that twin flame paradigm. Boy, did we burn some shit with that, didn't we? We really did. that Two of Cups often comes in as soulmate relationships. And let's not just make it soulmates because, hey, cosmoerotic universe, love comes in many forms. This is the ability for your heart to expand, for you to expand in partnership, for you to call in. I know I don't even want to just make it like romantic because it's so much bigger than that. Love is big. Love is bigger. You being able to find love in more forms. I think partnerships are certainly on the table for those of us who want it. And for those of us who aren't ready for it, finding this new well of self-love, working with the masculine and feminine within. We have so much power, y'all. So much fucking power. It's really cool. Just seeing it through his eyes right now. We have the Seven of Swords for the second time today. So with that Seven of Swords, like, be discerning. Don't follow anybody else's path. Don't sign up for the class for somebody who says they're going to give you something just because you don't know how else to get it. Anything else they want to say about the Seven of Swords? To have it twice. That's clear. To me, it's usually a card of needing to navigate really cautiously. Yeah, there's an old world that can kind of pull you into it. It likes to, and you're familiar with whatever that pull is. Keep choosing the new discomfort. Keep choosing to grow and expand into the new spaces of things you haven't done before. How about that? How about if we just say that? If you're feeling discomfort, see if you're in a loop. If you're in the loop, do something different. And that's a different discomfort, and it's the good one. Upper limit problems, y'all. So with that, we thank the keepers of the Akashic records, our loved ones, guides, masters, and angels for your guidance and information. The records are closed. Amen, amen. The records are closed. Amen. Wow. That was good. Was it good for you? It was good for me. See you next month.